Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another daily investing analysis inside Halal Portfolio. Make sure to join our community in order to understand what we're really doing. And if you're new, welcome to our show. We're going to take a look at the entire crypto market from absolute zero this time. We're going to do a complete new analysis and the Bitcoin chart and Ethereum and Solana and Zcash. And overall, we're gonna go and see USDT and USD. So first of all, let's go actually and check how is USD doing before we move into the Bitcoin chart and see how is crypto doing, because both of these are highly correlated. The reason why Bitcoin is here because we have a fiat currency that is dying. That's what we need to pay attention to. So as I mentioned in the previous couple of videos, we will do a double top here. I'm still waiting for rejection. So far, the candles are closing below 100, which is good. So as long as we are below this zone, we can still have another run to the downside. And sometimes what happens is, even if USD doesn't go down a lot, Bitcoin will go up. So we might wait to see when that is gonna happen. But so far, a lot of things in the market looks like it have dipped. I gave you guys the signal as well. We have been following all of them, and they have been great. And yesterday we had another show on BAT, which is Basic Attention Token. That went pretty well. We took BAT and we made some profits. Then we were out of it. Now, let's go take a look at USDT dominance. This is the level that I was waiting for a very long time. Even from this dip below that I showed you guys, that there is a proper rejection candle and the demand zone, and if we cannot break 3.8 and USDT dominance, we're gonna go up. That was, I think, around 2-3 months ago. But so far you can see that slowly it came up. We had some rallies in some of the coins, but since then the market just keeps coming down, and that is the reality of it. But finally we reached the level that is the actual level to look for buying cryptocurrencies, which is a demand level for Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other cryptos, while at the same time a supply level on USDT. So if we go to the basics that I have taught you inside the course, we can clearly see that there was a drop here, and while it was dropping, it broke the previous support level, and we had a base created. So the moment we came back to the base, you can see that it keeps dropping every time we reach that level, and I expect the same to happen again. But one thing is for sure: the more a resistance or a supply zone gets touched again and again. So in this sense, you can see once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. This is like the sixth time, like the fifth time, because the one before that we couldn't quietly touch this, but on a higher time frame we came like twice. So however you want to see it, but this last liquidity wick, which I call the place that actually whales are buying, as this 6.7 level, which I did tell you guys that it's possible we go to even up until 7 to trap everybody, but seems like it is being rejected. So the last conclusion on USDT: if tonight this candle closes below 6.2 or something, or even below this, or anywhere below this zone, or 6.5, I can still say that we are still in the bull market. It hasn't finished. If if USDT breaks this level, that is where you are seeing bear market. So I am going to always have this chart for you to really have your convictions and to see the examples that I give you so you can compare with your own trades and find more probabilities in whichever chart you want to trade. So this is actually what we're looking at. So I still think we are in a bull market. The bear market hasn't happened. Okay. Let's take a look at BTC dominance. This is the chart that I have analyzed a couple of times before, and I gave you guys the roadmap, but you can see that for some reason I have it cleared out. Let's put things back to where they are. So the resistance that was broken and retested, and you can see another trend line is broken. And are we going to see another retest? Which, in my view, we should actually, at least to this zone, we should see a retest in Bitcoin dominance. That doesn't mean that the market will go down. It actually means that it's good for the market if we have a correction, which will push the market further down. I mean, for not for the crypto. Bitcoin dominance represents the dominance of Bitcoin in the market. So if we lose the dominance in Bitcoin, it means the Bitcoin will not perform too much, but at the same time, we will have a lot of performance in the altcoins, which is what everybody was waiting all this time, and we might actually get a good alt season. That's what I want you guys to be prepared for. Not exactly the way that crypto influencers tell you. We don't do that. We tell you all the probabilities that this is a possibility, and you always need to be having both ways into consideration, because if you don't, then you will fall into the trap. I am always bearish at the top of the market while I'm bullish at the bottom of the market. That's how I have won in the past, and that's the plan with you guys to make you a winner as well with the same plan that I have. So it's very important for us to be in the same boat. Otherwise, it's hypocritical, to do one thing and say another. I take every single trade that I take it, then I give you the trade. Otherwise, I don't. Even if I give you some things, I mention that I haven't taken this, but it's a very good opportunity, which I share in the premium. Anyways, things are still looking good, and if we take a look at this total chart, we can clearly see it as in a level of demand, especially after it went below this previous low that we had. So all this time there was one low here that was taken out, and we closed above it. Then we had a retest before actually falling down. And the same way this low is taken out now, we reached the level of demand. I expect this to actually go higher, but it still shows me a weaker Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will not perform as much. Uh, for the long term, Bitcoin is good. For the beginners, Bitcoin is good. If you want less percentage but accurate trades, always choose Bitcoin. There's no hurry for you, no rush. Don't do any of the things that we do. But if you are already experienced and then you have money to afford to maybe test these and learn, and at the same time make money, then it's up to you. You can. Still not a financial advice, anyways. It should be like that. Take care of your own trades yourself. Okay. So the total too. Yesterday, I was talking with another team member of ours, which is going to be your instructor from now on. His name is Aban. He's from India. He's our Muslim brother. Very good person. You're gonna learn, inshallah, a lot from him. And we were talking about this level of demand and total too, which obviously you can see the run in altcoins, especially Solana and Zcash. This is because total 2 made a good dip here, and if you see from the past, if you zoom out a little bit, Look at how many times it has happened in the past and what was our reaction in those zones. You can see that we had a level of demand here. Let's mark this down. It actually is bigger, but let's just mark the bottom support of this level. But in here, the support is still at $1 trillion. We have a level of consolidation which was broken. This is why we are taking it. For this one, for the previous one, it is also valid to take this resistance that it did try to come up, but it fell below. I'm not saying that it can't do the same here. It can. We might actually go below 1 trillion in total too. That's the thing. We need to be aware of both scenarios. So at this point, we didn't find support here. It actually went and dipped below in April 2025, and then we had this run up. Now, can it come back to this lower level? There is a chance. So if this happens, it means that Ethereum will go even further down, which I will show you in a while in Ethereum Bitcoin chart. But I still don't think that is a possibility since this level of demand is very strong. The breakout and the rally that we had after this, it is being touched for the first time. And the other good thing is we have gone below at the support level where everybody put their stop losses. Now we are in a level of demand. For me, personally, it is a depth. It is a very good place to accumulate Ethereum and Ethereum tokens if we think they are in a level of support. Let's take a look at total tree, which is excluding Ethereum. We're looking at the other altcoins. It's same scenario. Take a look at this structure that was broken after a very long consolidation. It was broken aggressively toward the upside. Then we found the level of demand here, and since this manipulation, which took us to this level, we haven't come down this far. So there is a chance, even still, that we might go back to fill this wick. So don't say that I haven't told you. I have been telling you for a very long time that chart is gonna go down. That's why we have been taking profits from so many of these coins. That is how supply and demand works. So um, basically, we're still looking at this level, which is lower than the current level. If it's gonna go, it might do something like this before we actually go, and it might actually do it before December. So when you come to crypto and if you see certain analysis, don't suddenly get hyped up and think that you're going to buy everything just because it's in a dip. It will give you again and again so many chances to accumulate in these levels. Now, the other thing is, it depends on how much capital you have and how you want to play this. Do you want to play it for a long period of time? Are you here to just get rich quick? Because that is not going to work. So, what is going to work here is if we actually hold this level and go beyond this level of resistance, which is here, then we can say that this zone is valid. Okay, but at the moment, what I am thinking is, what I'm thinking is that we might actually have a small rally before we actually fall to this. Then on December, maybe after the first week of December, altcoins and everything else will go up. So still, there is a chance that the market could go down. Now, the same thing can be said for the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, it is weak. I mean, the total chart, which includes Bitcoin. But total too, if this is gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong from the same place, from this level of resistance. So what you're going to look at is a short um, pump or a short rally based on if you have bought already the demand. We might just come here, but if we go beyond it, then it's good. Maybe it can do a double bottom, then we go, or it falls from here, then we go up, which this is what we want. But in here, we need confirmations. At least we need to go above this level. Then we can say that, okay, we will only see higher levels. At least one resistance should be taken out. Yes, we are in a level of support, but at least one resistance should be taken out. That's how we can be sure that the market has flipped the bears and it's just bulls that are in control. Others, none of these has happened yet. There is a chance that this formation is actually a breakout and a run. We might see a retest, then we continue going up. So unless we close below this red line, I cannot say for others that we are bearish, because this is one of the strongest charts. So if altcoins are gonna suffer, or some of the new ones, they can, but if we go below this chart, otherwise, I'm still saying that if we get a dump in the market, Bitcoin will suffer more, and we might actually end up going below 80,000, or maybe up to $69,000 before actually going higher to 100K. But that might not also happen. So keep in mind every possible scenario. So what we did, not Bitcoin, we haven't accumulated Bitcoin because we did in the past. We have some for the long term, but it doesn't mean that we're going to accumulate again. We mostly got Solana, we have Zcash, we have so many other alts that made profit. We made some profit and we got out too, like BAT that we took yesterday. But there will be always a trade. If you find and if you search in the market, you always find a coin that is at the right place and it is on a level of demand, and then you can trade that. Uh, so again, for Bitcoin, why this level is very much important, because this is a level of demand. We had a very good breakout, and since so long, this level wasn't touched. There was no retest in this level. What we did was, at that time we bought here when the price in April was around 75,000. We bought here. We took profit. We took profit. We took profit. Right? But we were waiting for Bitcoin to actually come down so we can accumulate, which we didn't. Then later on, we did the same at these prices. So instead, we took Ethereum. So it's the same scenario now, that at this point, if we miss on Bitcoin and if we don't want to buy Bitcoin, there will be a lot of opportunities, because we went back to the same spot. And at this place, I'm saying it again, there is a lot of demand in the market. Could there be still a manipulation to do something like this in Bitcoin, which I just showed you in total 2 and total 1? Yes, this is a quite possibility to see such thing happening in the market, that we go actually even below 70,000 to 69,000 levels, then we go up. Why 69,000? Going below this low, which nobody has thought of. Everybody's calling either too low, which is 60,000, or too high, which is 73,000. But what I have learned from my experience, that it doesn't repeat itself always. It does it sometimes when nobody is looking at the price that way, but when you're having too much conviction that I am going to buy this price, it will not give you that price. It will either go below it, so it puts you in disbelief that we went lower, and it actually goes below the people that they bought here. So once it takes all these people in loss, that's where we can expect the market to actually rally. So that is another chance. Okay. And let's now, I think I made the point clear, very clear at this point, that the market is going to go down. And yeah, if in the future we go back to these levels, which starts from 100K to 107K, and if we do not actually go beyond these levels, that is the start of bear market. that will be where Bitcoin will actually start trending down if we cannot reclaim it. We did it the first time, we don't want to do it the second time. This time it will be on a weekly basis. It will make a formation or a structure like this. You see, it has fallen down. When it was going up, it has fallen down. It has broken all the supports. When we go up on a weekly base, then it will be at this point. If one more thing, if your altcoins haven't recovered, and if you are in loss or whatever, you will need to get out everything if Ethereum is not above 5,000, uh, or at least it's trending, because we might do a consolidation even until we reach here. Like, it will not obviously go suddenly up to 100k. It will slowly go up like this way. But the point that I'm making is, if at this point Bitcoin falls from that level and Ethereum have the same structure, then it's better to just get out. It's the end of the bull run, and it will be the start of the bear market. Then we will have another scenario to play with. But at this point, I'm still thinking there is a chance that we will get a very good rally, but it will be in very few coins, not in every coin. That's why I keep telling you guys to do your own research, learn a lot, educate, come teach to other people in the community as well what you have learned, so everybody benefits, right? The same way that we do, we provide you with those tools and materials and the signals and the videos so you can learn and you can do the same. Anyway, so I told you that I will show you ETH BTC chart, that if we cannot actually go up, what ETH could probably do, it can come to 0.029. The other level that is also a strong level is obviously this one that I have mentioned here. Let me make it a little bit correct. Yes, so it is here. If we lose this level, then it is going, like, altcoins will lose a lot by coming here. But at the same time, if you have been taking profits all this way and you're waiting for a good market structure and you are in position too much, then that will be opportunity for you to accumulate at these two levels, in Ethereum and all the other altcoins. Let's talk about Solana. Solana is doing its third touch of this support, which I gave you this uh, since many days ago, and it is trying to creep up. And I still think Solana is a little bit stronger. I will show you in Sol BTC and Sol Ethereum chart that we might go to 147. If we cannot go above that, we will take profit and we will exit Solana. That is simple, because it can go to $100 then. This is the level that you should be then looking. If we cannot reclaim 148, and the same push is for Bitcoin, not going above $92,000, then it will all fall back. Very simple. I have been telling this to you. There's no any other trick behind it. It's just pure supply and demand. Yeah, so Solana against BTC, you can see that it's gaining some strength. Uh, After it breaks this level, it will really go crazy, but at this time, no. And yes, against Ethereum, it is also in this bearish flag, which most of the time it breaks this way. So I can show you an example of this bearish flag. Bearish flag. So you know how it looks like. Sorry, bullish flag, which it's trending down. It actually breaks high. It is a bullish flag. I make mistake with the names, but that's not the point. The point is this formation. Why? Because it is compressing. I have taught you this in supply and demand module, that when it's compressing the price toward the downside, and it becomes much more possible to break higher. And once we break one resistance, then it starts a new trend toward the upside, which is what we actually want. If we want Solana to go back to 250 to $300, this is what it will lead to. Solana against Ethereum, Solana against Bitcoin. Okay. Do you guys have me? I had a weak connection. Okay. Zcash. Let's go quickly on Zcash. Still not loading. Something is wrong with my internet. Do you guys hear me, by the way?
You guys being live.
I cannot hear you. Hello?
Barely hear you.
Something is wrong.
Lost you.
Let me check. Is it because of the stupid Microsoft updates? No.
Right now it's good. Right
Yeah,
now you're good.
I just reconnected. Like I disconnected it, then I reconnected back. So we were talking about Zcash. Let's go. So yeah, recently I gave you guys Zcash here, then it went to this high. Then when it came back to this level of support, I accumulated some. As you can see, we had a dip, then we bought again, and I gave you guys a signal. I personally didn't take it, but I give you guys a signal because instead of this, I took two more trades and I closed those. And this was also profitable too if we would have taken it, but since I already had, I wanna position myself slowly, so that's why I haven't taken it. But you can see it's very strong. And also, Nassim, you took it, right? Mashallah, bro. You took in a very good place. Tell me the price that you bought Zcash.
Yeah, I took in the bottom. It was around 500.
500. Very nice, bro. Very good trade. You actually bought at the level of demand and you should be up 15%. It's massive. It's great at this
Yeah.
bear market. Nobody can do that, you know? Mashallah.
Yeah, I seen those candles and they were telling me a story.
Yes? The
And then
entire
yeah, I took
market
the trade.
tells the stories, bro.
Yeah.
If we can read the prices, that's how we can win. Always read the prices. And if you want, you can compare the Bitcoin Zcash against Bitcoin. The reason we did come a little bit, which I told you guys earlier, that Zcash against Bitcoin needs to break this level, otherwise it will come down, and it did. And the same thing happened against Ethereum. But the good thing is that where you have traded, look at the level of demand. What is this? Rally base rally, right? Then entry again, then entry again. Very simple, very good trade. Same for BTC. You can see there was no actual breakout to the downside. That's why it gave you those, and it will push, inshallah. It will push even higher than what the price is at the moment. It will go to 600, inshallah, like break back and reach this higher level. So that is for Zcash, and we are seeing a turnaround in gold. Gold against Bitcoin. Finally, yes, this is what we want. This is the roadmap that I gave you guys many days ago. And this was one of the probabilities, even since these lower levels, that if we break this, then it will go here. Then that was the reason as well Bitcoin fell so much. And you can see now that more than that, Bitcoin has fallen, but gold is not doing anything other than just holding. But if we see it just from this perspective, I still think gold should come down. Look at this. There was a break of this trend. Let me make it a little bit nicer so you guys can fully understand what I'm saying. You can see the break of this trend line, and this is one uh like this is the top, this is the lower low. Actually, if we were supposed to make a higher low, it should have made it here, but it was broken. Now we are in a lower low. So a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, which could take Bitcoin back to it's like will give back Bitcoin its strength and especially push the altcoins higher, because gold like people that are having gold, they are actually selling now and they're trying to buy back Bitcoin, and they will and they should, because it's a very much better asset than what gold is. I'm not saying gold is not useful, it is, but if you want performance, if you want to own a piece of digital capital, which is the most unique and the best and the classic cryptocurrency, then that is Bitcoin, my friend. The most ethical and halal currency in the entire universe, inshallah. Okay, let's go to your questions.
Okay. So let's see. What are the indicators that we are now officially in a bear market?
What are the indicators that we are officially in a bear market? Have you seen the video that I posted about bear market? Like what people think, what is a bear market? The thing is that, um, bro, it's very, very simple. Like you just showed me that video that you sent the other day, that if a structure that is going up, right, an uptrend is broken, it's still not a bear market. It just broke and Bitcoin fell. Yes, a lot of altcoins do lose. That's why you need to take profit at that top. But when it tries to go back and we cannot actually start trending back higher, like higher, right? If we don't do that, then it will do this. This is the indication of a bear market for me. This, that we couldn't actually reclaim the levels that we lost. Now we're going to go where? Down. It's very simple. I have described it in the modules, because you are always against those that are selling and those that are buying. Once people take over the sellers, you need to confirm it with more price action, then this is a confirmed uptrend. And it's the same once you lose a level of support, then the amount of sellers that they come and sell here, they all put their stop losses. The sell pressure becomes more than it takes you even to lower levels. So, what do you see in Bitcoin? Let's go and analyze that, right? Do we see such things so far? Let's go to a new chart, because this one we already have some roadmap there. Don't wanna make that, but like don't destroy our analysis there, but instead take a look at, we can see that chart or this chart. Yeah, this is the thing, okay? This is what I have shown you guys for a very long time, but we need to, like, Bitcoin has only lost this recent support, but on a higher time frame, like a true bear market, in my opinion, is losing at least a bigger low, which is where, which I'm gonna show you in a second, which is actually losing. This is not a good chart. It's not giving me. Yeah, I think it was this one. Which one was it? Yeah, this one. at least we should lose this level of support, like because in a high time frame you see all these waves. Every time we came back down, even if it's a little bit lower, it's still in this level of support. We can always do this. We can always do that. Either, either there's now two scenarios. Either do something like this here, then we will exit, and this is a bear market which will take us even lower than 69,000. It will put us to 50, maybe even 40 on a long term, maybe on 2026. Or lose lose 69, go aggressively to 50, then we will come back to these levels. This is another start of a bear market. At this point, the altcoins are destroyed, bro, because they cannot have the same performance from that deep that Bitcoin takes them, you know? Bitcoin is the actual driver of the market,
Okay, makes sense.
right?
And what is the liquidation heat map looking like, as well
Mm.
as the fear index?
Let's go through those as well. And then I should go and pray Maghrib. As you can see, it's getting dark. It's about to be very late. I again went into this thing. So extreme fear, still we are in that level. And coin glass, we don't have that index to show us. But we do have in coin market cap. Let's see what the fear and greed says. Extreme fear, bro. That's why nobody's buying. And RSI is also not too oversold, and we are somewhere in the middle. That's why I give you guys the warning. It's not still the time to celebrate. I try to be as realist as possible in the market. But for the long term, if you like see another 10 years, in Bitcoin, and if you every day don't want to do technical analysis to buy a little bit lower, a percentage higher, then just keep buying. Who cares? If you have a lot of money, then just take that strategy and don't worry, don't stress. Use it as a saving, a real saving, a halal saving account, which will give you 50% return on yearly basis, and in the upcoming years it might be 20%, but still it's significant against every other asset in the world. Liquidation heat map almost has taken out these people at 90, but it did take a lot of them already out. But we need to take actually these people out, bro. These people. Like, not only take them out and make a retest here, like hold. Otherwise, when we take them out, they will add, and they're gamblers, right? They will short again and put their stop losses higher. So we need to take them out, then come back down a little bit. So even if they have stop losses here, we will take them out again. We want that to happen. But at this time, we need to check out how Ethereum is going to do. That is also very much important. Um, on this website, CoinGlass, in 24 hours, we have a lot of liquidations being built in $84,000. Let's hope we don't go there again. But on weekly, you can see it's 94, 95 up to 100. 100K is very important, bro. Very important for the long term, for the short term. But still, nothing happens, if you see it from a bigger perspective. All of these people are going to be taken out once we go above 97. 140 million just on this chart. Let's see on Ethereum, it's 3,300. So we want Ethereum to also regain. Actually, this week is very much important too. Let's go back to the layer ones and see Ethereum here. We need to take back the level of resistance that it is broken. I don't know if I really talked about Ethereum. Why do I don't remember? But I think I didn't. So we had one wick that went below 2,800, which is something that we knew. But we need to reclaim it actually to go higher. And for the second confirmation, we need to go above this level. That's what you see at 3,300 liquidation, which they always put above this recent uh, lower high. Now we need to go above that. Then the way will be clear for a while for Ethereum. If you don't have any more questions, bro, I need to sign off
All
before
right.
it's too
Yeah,
late for
I don't
my.
have any more questions.
Yeah, thank you. I'll upload this. Then we'll see you guys later. Allah Hafiz.
Assalamu alaikum.